What up, green box growers, and welcome back to the most lit cannabis grow channel on YouTube. Now today I just got hooked up with an awesome care package from Reefertilizer up in Canada, and this is a new nutrient company that's coming out with their own organic lineup for a start to finish solution for your nutrients. So in today's video, I'm going to do an in-depth review on this new brand of nutrients, and I'm going to let you guys know how to use them and what makes them kind of different from the other options that are already out there. And also get pumped because today I'll be giving you guys a quick sneak peek over here of the Seedling Tent, which has my NukeHeads seedlings growing in there right now. Now, if you're a beginner cannabis grower or you're looking to get started with your first cannabis grow, feel free to check out my contact info down below and to hit me up, as I am offering a free trial right now to my one-on-one grow guidance. And with this service, I'm going to be personally guiding you and teaching you each day on what to do to your cannabis plants so you're able to get those top shelf buds that you're looking to grow. Also, don't forget to check out our merch on the Greenbox Grown website under Merch and Smoke. Now that you guys know what we're doing in today's video, let's get started. Alright guys, here we are for your close-up on the nutrients, and the first thing I wanted to mention, something I forgot to say in the intro, was I will be doing a grow series with just this nutrient line so you guys can see the kinds of results you actually get. This video is just kind of the unboxing and first look at the products so that you guys can see what they are and know a little bit about the company. So we'll be doing a grow series with these nutrients in the future. Right now I'm doing the comparing between the Fox Farm and NukeHeads nutrients. So I can't really fit this in for that grow, but keep an eye out because I will be adding it into one of my grow series. So if you do end up going with this lineup by Reefertilizer, these are the only 3 packages you'll need. You'll need nothing else, no added CalMag or any supplemental nutrients, as that is all already in here. And what they say is from start to finish, you'll only need to use these 3 bags. So it is a pretty affordable option to go. It makes things really easy and simple, and it makes the mixing process and using these nutrients real simple also. Another thing I'd like to mention is that these nutrients work in all growing mediums, so hydro, cocoa coir, you can't add them to soil, even though soil does already have nutrients in it, but you probably want to go a little lighter with these in that case. But anyways, let's get started with looking at the different packages it comes with. So first, there is the start package, and so this package is really just for your seedlings or cuttings in the very early first couple weeks of veg. You'll see it's actually an amendment that you mix into the soil. Let's see, it says it's 100% organic, 50% humate, and 50% mycorrhizae. So you mix 3 scoops, which is 15 milliliters at the start for every 4 liters of soil. So again, you'll see these are pretty small packages, and yet this will last for a pretty long time for each entire grow. So you see you only have to use 15 milliliters per 1 gallon of soil that you're using. So that's not really, so for a 5-gallon container, that's only 1/3 of a cup for your starter nutrients. So first package right here, the starter nutrients. Let me open this up real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I ripped the seal off and I've got the bag opened up. What's cool about these guys too is they're resealable, so obviously it's not going to go to waste. You can keep it fresh and prevent anything from getting in there or having the nutrients go bad. You'll see it's got its little scooper in there, so you don't have to measure it out. You just got the already pre-measured scoop. And this is just basically, I mean, it smells almost like cocoa, like chocolate. It smells really good, actually. But yeah, it's basically just like a brown powdery substance. And again, it's an amendment, so you mix it into your soil evenly just by hand. It's not something that you water once the plant is in there. Something you want to add, obviously, before you plant anything in. So next up is your vegetation nutrients, which is in the grow bag here. And this is just basically your nitrogen focused nutrients for growth, good growth, but this is going to be put into a water mix and then watered once a week, it looks like. And all you're going to need is 1 scoop or 5 milliliters to start with per gallon of water, and then you'll eventually bump it up to 2 or 3 scoops per gallon of water. Now, this, again, same thing. This bag is going to last you your whole grow, or at least a couple grows, depending on how many plants you're doing during that time. But very simple. All you have to do during the whole veg stage is just use this one mix once per week. You don't have to use several different bottles, and it does say that it has CalMag already included, so you don't have to worry about adding that as well. So now this Just looks like a white powder. Again, comes with its own scoop, and it's got like these little, I don't know if you guys can see some of those blue pellets mixing around. Oh, weird. So yeah, if you look up close, it's actually just a bunch of beads. And I guess those dissolve in the water, but let's see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's just like these beads that dissolve into it, I guess. All right, guys, so last but not least is the bloom package. And again, that's another water soluble nutrient. So you'll be feeding it after you mix it in some water. Same ratios just about for mixing. You want early bloom phase is going to be 1 to 2 scoops, which is only 5 to 10 milliliters per gallon. And then you'll work up to 10 to 15 milliliters per gallon, which is 2 to 3 scoops. So again, this is going to last or go a long ways, even with a decently sized grow, because you're not really going to have to be adding too much. So let me open the bag real quick and show you guys what that looks like. All right, so again, it's those beads that are going to dissolve into the water, and it's odorless, so nothing to smell there. But again, this one did smell like cocoa, which was pretty cool. So again, this is an odorless mix, and it's just, again, those beads in there that are going to dissolve into the water. So the only one that really had a smell was this one that smelled like chocolate. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys really quickly this cool little grow guide that it comes with for growing cannabis in 3 steps. And it's kind of just their outline on their nutrients. So the start is more of a super soil conditioner for helping clones or seedlings get started and get their root system going. And again, the grow is just a full NPK water soluble fertilizer mix. And it's just going to help you again with that veg growth. So for those of you who don't know, NPK is actually the ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium in the nutrient that you're going to be mixing. So that's important because you're going to need more of certain ones of those during different parts of the growth stage. So for example, in grow, you want a lot more nitrogen because that is going to promote growth, vegetative growth that is, where when you are in bloom or the flowering stage, you're going to want more phosphorus because that helps with getting bigger buds. So that is where the bloom mix comes in, and that's their essential flowering nutrient, which I just showed you guys. So you'll see on every nutrient bottle or bag like these ones here, they're going to have that NPK ratio so that you can check it out. So let me give you a close-up on that. Okay, so here you guys can see on the bloom one, like I was saying, phosphorus you can see in the middle there is really high, as well as potassium, because potassium is also useful during the flower phase, while nitrogen, you do still want some of that in there, but it's a lot lower, where compared to the grow or vegetative mix here, you can see it's quite the opposite, and that nitrogen is really high because that's what's good for vegetative growth. And then of course phosphorus and potassium are on the lower side. All right guys, so that pretty much concludes the Reefertilizer nutrient review. Again, they're a new company up out of Canada, and I believe it's actually 2 brothers that started the company, so go ahead and support those guys. They are on a really cool mission with their organic nutrients, and they're also trying to make things really simple for you beginner growers, so you don't have to use a bunch of different bottles to mix things up. All you have is one mix for each stage of the grow, and you're good to go from seed or clone all the way to harvest. All right guys, now let's go have that sneak peek on my NukeHeads seedlings so you can see how they're doing so far in the grow. All right folks, we're over here at the Seedling Tent, and you can see I've got all my NukeHeads seedlings growing in here. So I've got 3 different strains that I started with. I started 2 of the Skittles, 2 of the pineapple chunk, and then 2 of the grape ape. And you can see they're all doing really well. They're all on their 3rd set of fan leaves, got their 2 already there, and now they're starting their 3rd. Oh yeah, so I've got here, you'll see the NN and then the FF. What that means is NukeHeads nutrients or Fox Farms nutrients. And what I'm doing is I've got 2 plants of each strain in here, so 2 grape apes, 2 Skittles, and 2 pineapple chunks. And for each strain, I'm going to use 1 nutrient, so the Fox Farms for one of those plants, and then the other plant, I'm going to be using the NukeHeads. So I'm doing kind of a comparative grow of the Dirty Dozen and the NukeHeads nutrients, just to see how those work out. So I'm very excited. I've never used the NukeHeads nutrient lineup or their seeds before, but together they're supposed to get you some really big buds and really amazing results. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so here's your guys' sneak peek at the NukeHeads lineup, and I'm gonna be coming out here with the first video of this series probably in another week and a half. I'm just waiting for these guys to get transplanted into their final pots and to go out into the big tent, and that's when I'll be uploading the first video of the series. All right guys, so get excited for this NukeHeads Grow series, because I have a feeling we're going to be getting some real monster sized buds out of it. All right, Green Box Growers, that concludes today's product review on this new nutrient line by Reefertilizer up in Canada. And again, you guys can check them out on their website at reefertilizer.ca. And that's kind of like the two words reefer and fertilizer put together, just in case you're wondering on the spelling of that. As always, I gotta remind you guys to smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to comment below with your feedback. Also, feel free to subscribe to the Green Box Grown channel and to turn on those notifications for updates on my latest grows. As always, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, happy growing.